Hello, and welcome to Phoenix Rising, Wisdom of the Heart. I'm your host, Teresa. Today, we're going to talk about the framework of the self, a process that I have developed over the last couple of years to lead me out of trauma. The first tenet is what we're going to be discussing today, which is self-love. Self-love is one of the most, if not the most important step in the framework of the self. It is also the first because a lot of us don't know how to love ourselves or feel that we even should. When you've been traumatized, you don't stop loving your attackers at first. You stop loving yourself. You start being mean to yourself. You start doing things that just dim your light. So let's talk about self-love and let's talk about how it works. Self-love means treating yourself as you would a valued friend, a very valued and very trusted friend. This means giving credence and taking care of yourself, your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual needs. It also means being gentle with yourself and having a lot of self-compassion and a lot of forgiveness, because both are intertwined. And I'm hearing, why does forgiveness fall into self-love? Because you need to forgive yourself, first of all, for holding on to all that old pain. Second of all, forgiveness is not for your attackers, because 99% of the time, you are not going to get an apology. The forgiveness is for you to break those chains. Other forms of self-love can be self-respect, meaning not treating yourself like trash. It also means self-respect, stand on your boundaries, self-appreciation, do things that feel good to you and that nurture yourself. Each one of these steps is separate, but there are always some of the other three steps: the self-confidence, the self-respect, and the self-appreciation. All are intertwined. But today we're focusing on self-love because a lot of us really do not know how to love ourselves. We've been taught that we're bad or, you're not good enough. Well, those are lies to manipulate you. They are not truth, never have been, nor will they ever be truth. You are lovable because you are here. You are a child of the divine, and the divine doesn't make any junk. Loving yourself can be one of the most difficult processes because we're scared to give love to ourselves. And that does mean being very gentle with ourselves. I mean, don't use a cat of nine tails on you, because nothing in life is worth that. It means accepting yourself as you are, regardless of what is going on in the world or in your life. Self-acceptance is one of the first steps that is also included in self-love. Because if you can't love yourself, you're not going to be able to love others. And that holds true for the other three steps in this program, which are self-confidence, self-respect, and self-appreciation. Each one of these needs to be taken in turn. They are not independent of one another. They actually depend on one another. The way that I came up with the framework of the self is because most of my life, up until a couple of years ago, was filled with different types of trauma. I've been sexually attacked. I've been betrayed in the worst way possible. And I didn't believe in my own self-worth. When I was in the process of creating the A Positive Life Moment with Teresa radio vignettes, I heard something inside myself crystal clear saying, Teresa, you've got to change because you're doing the exact same thing and wanting different results. So I did. And the first step that I took and the first step I created was self-love. We're not taught how to love ourselves in this society. We're taught give, 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 give. But you have to give to yourself too in order to give to somebody else. And loving yourself may feel like a difficult process. I understand that. I went through the exact same thing. But it took baby steps. It's like Martin Luther King Jr. has said, I don't need to see the whole staircase. I just need to see the first step. And that first step is self-love. I mean, if you're having a down day, for example, give yourself plenty of self-love, self-compassion, and grace. We all make mistakes, but there is absolutely no reason in this earth why you should be beating yourself up, metaphysically speaking, with a cat of nine tails. There is absolutely nothing worth that. Case in point, I had made a few mistakes on something I was working for the station. I mean, I started beating myself up, and this was at the beginning of my journey. Suddenly I said to myself, hold it, stop. And I stopped right there, and I gave myself some self-love and self-compassion and understood that, okay, mistakes are not the end of the world. You make a misstep, it's not the end of the world. Always love yourself no matter what you're going through, no matter what kind of day you're having, what kind of week you're having, even if it's raining outside. Always be gentle and loving and compassionate to yourself. You will find that as you start doing these baby steps, your self-esteem is going to rise, because I do want to address something here. Anytime we speak negatively about ourselves or to someone else, what happens is our inner light starts dying. And we start feeling heavier and heavier due to the weight of negativity. So loving yourself, taking the time out to meet your needs. And yes, I do understand that some people could say that that's being selfish. Actually, it really isn't. Think about the message that you get on an aircraft when they're going through safety procedures. When that air mask drops, you put it over your own face and mouth first. That is to ensure that you can help somebody else. But you've got to help yourself first. And a lot of people are going to look at you and go, well, you're selfish. No, you're not. You're taking care of yourself. And when you start changing, be aware that family and friends and other people that were taking advantage, for want of a better word, are going to talk about you. They're going to try to get you to go back. Don't. I went through that same thing. Loving yourself is one of the most important things that you can ever do in trauma healing. Thing of it is, I am not talking about egotistical love, meaning, and I quote, I'm God's gift to men, I'm God's gift to women, I'm God's gift to the world. And making it all about you. That is not what we're discussing today. What we are discussing is loving yourself, regardless of the faults, regardless of the attitudes. Love yourself always. Because love, especially self-love, is one of the most difficult things that you will ever learn. And in future episodes, I will talk about the self-confidence, the self-respect, and the self-appreciation. And I will also share some parts of my journey with you. So I want you to think about that. Next time I tells you that you're this, that, or the other, question it. Question it. Is this really true, or is this what somebody wants me to believe? Because you're worthy of love because you are here. That's plain and simple, folks. In closing, I'm going to share something about me. When I first started this journey 3+ years ago, I didn't know how to love myself. I thought I was bad. I thought I was ugly. I mean, everything in the book. Now, 3 years after I started this process with the framework of the self, I'm happier. I accept myself as I am. If somebody doesn't like it, that's their problem, not mine. Loving yourself is so, so, so important. I want to thank you for listening. If you want to get more information on the framework of the self as it is being developed, you can contact me at teresaphillipsofficial@gmail.com. You can also go to my website, which is teresaphillipsofficial.com. If you want to get a taste of a positive life moment with Teresa, then go to the teresaphillipsofficial.com/podcast. There will be a sign-up form, and it's a great way to start the day. I will start airing these every Sunday morning. So until next time, take care of yourself. Know that you're loved and appreciated. And we will talk again soon.